Thank goodness it's cold out here today. Hey, White Rick 85 out here for my fire pit chat, my annual fire pit chat. Just basically riffing a little bit. I got a couple things written down here to talk about, but nothing special. Just want to catch up with everybody. I know it's been a little bit since the deer camp video in December, and here it is like January 22nd, I think, 21st, 22nd, something like that, Monday. And as you can see, we finally had some snow here in Delaware. Got about 6 inches, a little over 6 inches here. A lot melted yesterday, and it's going to be going up into the 30s today, and then 50s towards the middle of the week. So this will be gone by Thursday. But I figured I'd come out now and get a little chatting done with you, just to say hi, just to catch up, and see how everybody's doing. But well, I'll start with last year. Pretty good year last year. Did some things, got that field planted, and I have been out to the Tractor Supply and various places and getting a little bit more and getting some lucky buck, and I got a couple different minerals this year to go with it. So you'll be seeing that later in the year as I get those mineral pits going. It's in the 20s this morning. It's a little chilly. I'm hoping that fire kicks up a little bit more than that. But of course, check your Tractor Supplies and Walmarts and everything. Now's the time to pick up all that kind of good stuff on sale. As a matter of fact, I had picked a Lucky Buck up. I noticed that the lid was like a jar on the Lucky Buck container, and I think they were doing that so people could smell the Lucky Buck smell. And I figured they didn't want that, so I said, hey, you know, how much for the one that's open there? And the manager said $6. So I got a Lucky Buck for $6, and maybe the smell's not going to be quite as strong. I would say only on the first top layer, and then once you go underneath, it's going to be fine. So I can't imagine that that's going to be not effective. I'm sure it is. A Lucky Buck always works. So check your Tractor Supplies. I saw that in actually 2 of them, and I asked in one, and I should have asked in the other. Oof. Now the cigar this morning, that is the Deadwood cigars. This one is the Girl with No Name. That was a new one that came out, I don't know, 6-8 months ago, and it was only available, I think, at maybe JR's Cigars or Cigars International, but it looks like they're starting to distribute this particular version, the Maduro, to the local places. Went down to Big Humidor and picked the Girl with No Name up. Now, it's got the sweet tip, and sometimes I wish they would just notch that down one little step, maybe on the sweetness, so you enjoy more of the flavor of the cigar. But it is certainly good tasting, and we'll have to see how it compares to some of the other ones that I've had, the Fat Bottom Betty, etc. So enjoy that. I got some for my Canadian friends, some Tim Hortons coffee here, and the NWTF mug. I'll enjoy that as I enjoy the cigar here. And kind of going back to last year, it was a pretty good year. The spring trip was a nice trip. It was good to see Sean trying out the fly fishing. I think he really enjoyed that. He caught his first fly fish. I know Mike was doing a little bit of that too. And then off in his adventures out west with the RV, I know he was out there, I think in maybe Montana or Colorado or whatever, and doing some more fly fishing out there. So it was nice to see him continue on with the fly fishing. And I'm sure, as everything, the more you do, the better you're going to get at it. So that'll be great. And again, the trips last year, again, I kind of got some rain on a lot of them, and hopefully this year will be a little bit nicer and be able to do a few more things. I did make it to that Grand Canyon last year as far as a little side trip, and I wanted to get out to a couple other spots, but it always seemed like it was when the rain when I was going to do that. So I'm going to try to get one or two of those trips in when I go up to the cabin this year, and do a side trip, whether it's to a falls or a scenic vista or something, just to show you a little bit of the area up there. So that going to try to throw a few of those into the mix. Well, we're going to kind of continue on with 23. Had a good time down in North Carolina with my brother and Sean. And as a matter of fact, yesterday I just sent the deposit down for this year's trip. So we'll be going back again. You'll be seeing that. And again, anybody interested in going down to Dart Ridge Farms and having a vacation type hunt, where they do a lot of the work for you. You just worry about getting in and out of the stand and checking your deer. So that's and they do the rest for you, cooking and everything. It's great. I know Andrew was up in Vermont the last couple days. He had sent me a text saying that he was up there, and of course he's up there at a sporting show in Vermont. And so if you're interested, contact him. I'll have the info down in the description below to get a hold of him and book a hunt. And I know you'd have a good time. So I know a couple guys from that watched the channel went down last year, and they both had contacted me and said that they had a good time, and I think a few other guys went down there. What do you think? Should I throw another log in there? Why not? Maybe leave this there. There we go. There's a couple mimosas branches that are unfortunately dying over here. Well, in deer camp, we had a good time at deer camp again. It was a little bit different this year with the guys going in and out, and but we still had a great time. That when we were there on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, it was like the deer camp that we're used to having, and we really had a lot of fun. Played some poker, drank some old fashions, and it was a good time. I got enough nice couple bloopers out of it that I like putting into my solo trip, and even if we all get together and I don't have that solo piece, I'll still put that into the deer camp, because that seems to be something that people are enjoying, and I kind of enjoy putting it together. Had a few laughs getting that together myself. So hopefully we'll all be there this year at the same time. And I'll tell you, I didn't want to show it in deer camp, but these are what we were looking for last year. These are this buck in particular. Look at this unbelievable 8-point, 9-point buck, and massive G2 tines and G3s, and just unbelievable. We would have loved to get that. And I kind of didn't want to show it or mention it. I kind of did, it was a luck thing. I didn't want to kind of screw around with the luck and mention it, but that's what we were looking for, and it made it through the season. I got a picture around Christmas that it was still there with the antlers. So hopefully, I didn't hear of anyone getting that in muzzleloader season up there, which I think is still going on for another week or so. But hopefully they made it through it. I've gotten a lot of does on the camera again. So they're enjoying themselves up there, and they're still there. So hopefully next year will be our year for the old deer camp. Come on, you gotta burn better than that. I got some papers I gotta burn up after this, and that'll keep me warm out here for a while I finish my cigar and coffee. And one of the things I really want to do is get a bush hog in there and get the field behind the cabin cut down at least. There's too much stuff starting to grow up in there, and it's going to be kind of a mushy field in there pretty soon, and we really want to get that. So putting the call out, anyone in the Wellsboro area that has a tractor that can do some tilling for us, bush hogging, tilling, contact me. Put it down in the comment. I'll send you my email, and then we can go back and forth. And what we're looking for again is maybe we'll bush hog it ourselves, but I'm looking for somebody with a tractor and get in there and tear some of that soil up so I can get some seed down. Now, of course, if you know the Wellsboro area and you're familiar up there, it's rocky as anything. There's rock, there's an inch of dirt, and there's another rock, and an inch of dirt and another rock. So you know it's rocky up there, and make sure you have good heavy-duty equipment for that. So if you do know someone up there, or you just happen to be from Wellsboro watching, and you got a nice tractor out there and you want to do it, again, we'll be glad to pay you for it. This is not a freebie. We're not asking for a freebie. Come on up, and I'll go back and forth with you on the email, and we'll work out something. If not, there's Wellsboro Equipment in Mansfield, and probably going to rent the bush hog from this spot. And I know they have some tractors, so we might be able to rent something there and get it going as far as get those rocks out of there and get some seeds planted. So that would be definitely the thing to do. But I'd rather have somebody come in that knows what they're doing with the tractor. I've never ran a tractor before, and of course we have to go over to Mansfield. We got to get the tractor, we got to get the trailer and everything, and haul it back and do it, and then bring it back and everything. So if somebody knows what they're doing with the tractor, again, I'm putting the call out to anybody in Wellsboro, Mansfield area that wants to do that. And again, for a price, not a freebie. Just certainly let me know in the comments, and I'll get back and forth with you. So besides that, trying to get the fire going a little bit more than it's going right now. I think it's some of these logs got a little bit damp with the snow and then the melting yesterday, but it's still giving out some nice heat here. And again, I'll sit here a while and I'll throw some papers in there and burn them babies up. But after that's over, I'm going to get back inside with Mr. Andrew over here. Take a look at where he is right now. And he's next to the fireplace inside, and he's really enjoying himself, so I'm going to get back in there right next to him and enjoy some of that heat in there too. Again, like I said, this was going to be a quick one, not too much. Just wanted to say hi. And again, this is my slow time. I am looking for another solar power station for the cabin to do a video on, and then we can bring it up to the cabin. I got an offer from Anchor, but they sort of never got back to me. I said I'd go ahead and do one. So you may see me doing a power bank, and I'll see if I can get the missus to come in there with me and do a little something on a quality power bank, either from EcoFlow or from Blue Eddy, Jackery, Anchor, one of those types. I've been offered some off brands, and I've been turning them down. Just because I know there's been some problems with some of them, the quality control. So I want those brands you don't have an issue with. So I'm trying to get something like that. And if another one comes along, it seems like a good quality. So you may see me in that within the next month or so. But the next video, unless I do just like a pop in or a point of interest around here or something, it'll probably be spring trip. So that'll be April. I know I kind of go dark for a while during the year, but this is my time to kind of kick back and just relax a little bit, collect my thoughts, and see where we're going to go for 24. So this is White Rook 85 out here with my girl with no name, Cigar, my Tim Hortons coffee, a nice little fire going over here. We'll catch you next time.